Hey there, Glenn with the Toy Temple, and today for our nifty nostalgic review, I'm taking a look at Iron Man from Toy Biz in 1995. It's Iron Man, obviously. It's got Iron Man written on it, all over it, and there he is. As seen on the Marvel Action Hour, we'll talk about that in a second. But this Iron Man, up here, it's his hologram armor with power missile launcher. And you can see here, Iron Man with all of his little chrome red, gorgeous armor plating. Looks like he's got holes for each individual piece. We're gonna get to that, don't you worry. We're gonna assemble it all and, get this Avenger assembled. Flipping it over, we've got a rundown of every action figure they had back in that nostalgic year of 1995. You got some Whirlwind, MODOK. I love MODOK. That needs to be a Build-A-Figure someday. Iron Man in stealth armor, Iron Man in space armor, Blizzard, which nobody cares about. And then down here you've got Fantastic Four, Human Torch, Thanos, Invisible Woman. And then up here it gives you a rundown of what the Iron Man hologram armor is capable of. And back to the front, as I mentioned before, this was seen on the Marvel Action Hour. And I know people remember Spider-Man and X-Men from the 90s, but people often forget that Hulk, the Fantastic Four, Iron Man, they all had afternoon/Saturday morning cartoons. And they had toy lines for each one of them, and the toy lines were really great. Toy Biz, they did an excellent job on a lot of these, and this is just one example of taking an idea and really making it into something fun that you could play with. So, without further ado, let's crack it open. All right, here we go. That came off pretty cleanly. And let's see, how are we gonna get this out? Oh, look at all that. Ooh. Just kind of poured right out, didn't it? All right, so we got Iron Man. We're gonna equip his chest piece. Ooh, it's just got that weird plastic feel to it. I love it. For some reason, it feels like... Oh, I don't want to break it. Let's try that one. The reason I went with this one is because it looks like Silver Centurion, which, as you should know by now, I love. And if you don't know, now you know. I loved the Iron Man 2 suit. And here's Iron Man, all assembled, looking just really chrome and shiny and red. And I think he looks hilariously 90s. I think the main selling point, obviously, is the armor. And putting on the armor, it was a little bit difficult. It looks like it still all fits. It still looks like a pretty decent action figure. And having an action figure back then with, this range of motion with knees and elbows. See, look, it's falling off already. And he doesn't have the special double jointed knees or elbows or any of that. He has the Toy Biz articulation, and isn't that what it's all about? Check out this play accessory. Here, let's see what happens when I do. It doesn't work. So I just tried to get this to work, and it doesn't work. The spring action just doesn't work. It's I think it's just too old. It makes me wonder if it ever really worked in the first place. It worked when I was a kid, but man, that's disappointing. And I'd say altogether, just looking at it, giving it a totally 90 score, this is pretty radical. But looking at it today, it just has that nostalgic charm, and I dig it. I really do. It just reminds me of an older time where, you grab your Iron Man figure and sit down and watch his show. I think this Iron Man will have a great spot on my nostalgia shelf, and I'm very happy I got it. It just reminds me of another time. So with that, thank you very much for watching. Hit like, share, subscribe. Check us out on Instagram and Twitter @TheToyTemple. And remember, you're never too old to enjoy the things you love.